Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. You may notice I'm in the creative world this time, and honestly, I have a pretty good reason for it. Uh, last few episodes have been boring. Very, very boring. It's because I've had nothing to talk about. I still don't really have much to talk about, and I don't want to record another video where I'm just sitting there for 40 minutes and trying to come up with something to say, but not thinking of anything. Frankly, that's boring to me, and if it's boring to me, it's definitely boring to you. So, I'm gonna be creative, and I'm just gonna fucking mess around with some shit. Just for a little bit, Mix things up a little. Where is it? Ah. TNT. No, TNT is boring. Then that's the generic way to mess around with shit. Ooh, but what if we, I have an idea. Hold on. I'm gonna... Alright. Let's just go to these, newer chunks here. This looks nice and flat enough for me to do what I want to do. I want to simulate the whole thing in action movies where like a guy is running down the hall and then the hall is exploding behind him like as he runs. Action movie stuff. Okay. Now let's go a little further. Yeah, just... Hey, no. I'm gonna revoke your progress. No. Get back. There you go. Alright. Yeah, that should be enough. So... now, I can just... what the hell is happening with the world generation? If I just do this... Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. I can just do that because it's not going to explode right away. It's probably not going to be as effective on the water, but I still kind of want to simulate the effect, so, you know what? Fuck it. Still doing it. It's just... Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's cool. I like that. It says up here, I might actually find blowing some stuff up useful at some point. So why don't I try... Why is my hand like that? Ew. I want to try finding what the most efficient way to place TNT is. So let's just create a platform here. I don't have to rebuild the entire thing every time. I'll put some obsidian here. Alright. There you go. Got a 9x9 area here. Just put down some cobblestone. I want to find out what the optimal spacing between the TNT is to remove all the stuff. So let's just say I have 5 pieces of TNT, right? In a 9x9 area, I'm trying to find out what is the most efficient way to do it. So let's just bunch it all up right next to each other. Okay, not very efficient. Only blew up about half of it, really, which is obviously not exactly desirable. So bunching them all up right next to each other does create definitely the quickest explosion, but it is far from the most effective. Let's move them a little ways to the side here. Okay. Wow, okay, so that doesn't even ignite any other TNT. It just just explodes the ones immediate, just the area immediately surrounding it. So what if I do this? Because, you know, Pythagorean theorem, those are technically further apart, whatever. Well, it's definitely better. It pretty much blows up, and it blows up an entire 7x7 area. So it's almost what I'm looking for, but it's not quite there. I wonder if I can perhaps experiment by igniting multiple at once. Can I put... No, I can't. Okay. I'm not sure I'm gonna do this exactly, but... Let's just, do like this, maybe? Alright, detonating them all at once definitely gives me a greater sort of area of effect. So it's not necessarily about triggering a chain reaction, but more so about covering the largest space possible. Alright, what about that? Well, it's instant modern art, I guess. Alright, so what I'm getting at here is that if I space them out too far, then they're only gonna cover their individual explosion radiuses and not really have any lasting chain reaction. So what if I do something like this, where their explosion radiuses, or radii, I suppose, overlap, but not necessarily to the fullest extent. Not much. Yeah, it's actually less effective this way. Okay. So maybe the strength is just having a shit ton of TNT at your disposal. Yeah, just about, it seems. That's pretty much the area, so it's not... Okay. So, unfortunately, there's no real trick to it. You just sort of have enough TNT and then eventually, kaboom. That's not the most exciting conclusion I can be coming to about this. I was gonna say I think I can maybe try working something out with redstone, but no, not really. I don't have that much at my disposal here. I don't think there's anything I could necessarily see myself needing in terms of redstone creations right now. So I'll hold off on that until maybe there's more stuff to do with it. Now let's try finding out with this platform what the most and least susceptible blocks are to redstone. So let's just try a multitude of different types, because I'd imagine like something like I just imagine that there's some blocks that would probably be easier to blow up than others. Let's try these for now. Make a diamond-shaped area here. Alright, so that, I just need to count how many blocks that blew up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. The 27 blocks that I blew up? I think so, right? Because no, let's count as I'm placing blocks back in, actually. That would probably be more useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 33. Alright, I'm gonna just write on signs here. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so many blocks in my inventory at once, but okay. And I'm gonna use this as a benchmark and place blocks to the left or to the right of it when I discover which one is more resistant, right? Ooh, okay, more. This is more resistant, so, not less resistant, rather, so bigger number means it's less resistant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Alright. So this here is less resistance, so it goes on this end of the scale. I'm gonna put some distance. This is probably good enough. I mean, I suppose grass and dirt are sort of one and the same, so it doesn't really matter. 37. Alright. Eight. This probably gonna be way over here, so this is extremely resistant. Let's try a regular stone, see how that compares. If it's any different. If it's not, then I'm not gonna give it its own category, but if it is, you know, then I will. Alright. Nope. Okay, it's the same as cobblestone. Which, you know, is kind of what I expected. Alright. Also 8. Alright. I did not expect wood and rocks to have the same explosion resistance. What about this? Same as dirt. So 37. Okay, what about sand? Also the same. 37. Alright, what about sponges? I don't think it can obtain these in survival. At least not just yet. But I am curious. See how resistant these are. Because they are sponges, you know, absorbent, whatever. Only slightly less than well, slightly more than dirt, so 36. Okay, and what about glass? Glass is going to be an interesting one, because I can kind of see it going either way. Is it going to be really difficult to blast through because it's hard, or is it going to be really easy to blast through because it's glass and it shatters, right? Oh, it is the least resistant of them all at 41, the absolute maximum non-resistance it can have. Okay. Alright. Let's try wool. Try wool, logs, bricks. netherrack, and soul sand. Alright. Wool I can see probably not being that resistant. It's more resistant than most of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. 30. So that'd be... It's more resistant than sandstone. I'll give it that. So let's... But it's... No, wool, sorry. 30. Alright. Let's see if the logs are as resistant as the planks. I have a feeling it might be more resistant, actually. Yeah, it's definitely... Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That is the least resistant so far. Most resistant, I should say. No. Oh, interesting. Logs are actually less resistant than planks. Okay. So... Well, 30's there, so 19's gotta be like here. Okay, bricks are gonna be interesting because these are, again, it's one of those cases where I can see it going either way. Bricks are made of clay. Clay is generally a pretty absorbent sort of thing to things like explosions. However, clay, when hardened, can be very brittle. So I'm wondering what side of the logic it will take here. It'll take the absorbent side, because that was... I guess I shouldn't have placed that, but that was also 8, which means over here, the rocks. Alright, let's see about netherrack. Interesting. Okay, so that's 38. Put it here. 38. Alright, what about soul sand? Imagine soul sand might be a more absorbent material since you do sink into it. Which I think sort of implies, at least to me, the idea that it's rather dense. So. No, it's not. Okay. It's the same as sand, gravel, dirt, that sort of thing. Well, let's try stone slabs. Then nether brick slabs. And then let's try end stone and glowstone. Okay, same resistance as actual rocks. That being 8. So I can throw it over here. Okay, nether brick is a completely fictional material. I'd imagine nether brick is more resistant, is the same or more resistant as, like, just regular bricks. Because it can withstand, being shot at by ghasts, which is pretty important. Yeah, also 8. Okay. Imagine the slabs are the same story. If the slabs are the same story here, then I could probably safely assume that all the slabs, explosion resistance, mimic their parent. Yeah, and that is also 8. So I'll put the slabs over here just because I did test it. Alright. End stone is going to be interesting. Because as far as I'm aware, an ender dragon can explode cobblestone, but it cannot explode end stone. So I'm led to believe that this will actually be the strongest one. No, it's actually the same. It's also 8. Although I'm starting to feel like 8 is as low as it can go in this testing scenario. Shit, my fucking eyes. So bright compared to everything else. Okay, glowstone is 0 resistance whatsoever. It is right in line with glass, with being completely fucking useless. Alright, let's try doing something weird, like sticky pistons. Sticky pistons, chests, furnaces, crafting tables, and anvils. Interesting. Okay, so sticky pistons are ever so slightly more resistant than this. It's in the same league as sponges. Okay. Oh, no, I can't do chests. Okay. Dispensers, then. I don't think what direction they're facing has anything to do with how the resistance are, but... I mean, if it does, that'd be pretty cool. And, okay. Dispensers... 8. Imagine furnaces would be a similar story, but I'm still gonna test. From the top, it's impossible to tell what a dispenser is and what a furnace is. Okay. Also 8. Alright. I have a feeling like crafting tables are gonna be, less resistant than a furnace or a dispenser. feeling like a piston is going to be a little less resistant. Yeah, okay, 10. 10. Put 10 here. 10. Alright. Anvil. Your ears hurt yet? Zero. Zero. Yeah, let's just put 0. So, Anvil, so far, strongest block. Completely resistant. Alright, let's do some weird ones. I mean, we've already been doing weird ones. Let's see about bookshelves, pumpkins, melons, lamps. Now, I know energized beacons, that sort of thing, are invincible, so no point in testing those. And leaves. Alright, bookshelves. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22. Okay. 22 on the scale, like over here. Yeah. Put it here. Nope. Better. Not 212, 22. I'm glad I tested the bookshelves. I almost didn't because I figured it'd be the same as wooden planks, but I'm glad I tested those because those are different. It's actually less resistant than logs or planks, which I guess kind of makes sense. They are closer to being hollow. Okay. Pumpkins are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 26. So 26 on the scale. Okay. Imagine these melons would be the same. But I'm still going to test it. Yeah, I think that's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22. No, it's not. It's 25. Okay. So melons are actually more resistant. So 25. Alright. I was going to do the lamps first, but I accidentally put down the leaves, so let's just do the leaves and back to the lamps after this. Oh. Okay. Leaves. Yep. Just as I thought. No resistance. All right. One away from being completely null, so 40. Alright, and finally, let's get on to the resource blocks. So that'd be iron, gold, lapis, diamond, and emerald. Do iron first. Eight. I did not expect iron to be 8. I thought it'd be more. Well, less, actually, technically, is the scale. Okay, I'm gonna move this dispenser to here because I can't fucking see. Alright, I expect gold to be in and around the same. Yep. Add this to the scale. Try lapis. Lapis is going to be interesting because I have absolutely no idea about lapis and its uses. 9. Alright. So it's weaker than iron gold. At least that's the impression I'm getting here. All right. What about emeralds? Also 8. All right. So at the end of the day, if you want a really tough house, build it out of fucking anvils, apparently. I want to test a few more things. Like, let's do rails. Just like regular rails. Let's do jukebox. Do torch. I would do a bed, but I don't think I could fit a bed into this. Maybe I can? If I make all these have to be like this. No, I can't do beds because I have to give up some spaces. I don't think it would necessarily be a fair way of judging it anyways. Because beds are shaped weird. Okay, let's do snow and ice. I don't care about cobblestone walls. I'm almost certain those are also going to be 8. Alright, ours is slightly more resistant, so 36. Jukeboxes are also 8. Alright. Alright, I imagine torches are going to be no resistance whatsoever, but I'm still curious. Yep, nothing. Alright, and the last two, snow and ice. $40. I'd imagine ice is going to be extremely easy to break. Maybe even more than snow, because at least snow has some resistance to it. Ice is just... you can just smash that shit, right? So. Oh no, okay, it's actually more resistant than snow. Okay, I'll give credit where credit's due. It's at 37. Alright. So there's all the blocks I wanted to test. I don't think... you know, let's do cobblestone wall. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but let's just test it for the sake of not really leaving any block types out. I suppose I need to also do a fence. Okay, 8. Yeah, let's do a fence and another brick fence, and then I'll call it quits there. Because that's pretty much everything. Alright, and that's 9. Alright, well, at least it's different. I honestly didn't expect it to be less resistant than the planks they're made out of. Sure, yeah, I mean, they are smaller. It would make sense. I just didn't really expect game logic to go that deep. And nether brick fences I expect to be very resistant. 8, probably. Yeah, 8. Alright. I have covered all my bases. There is nothing left for me to really test here. So, yeah. There's all the explosion resistances from nothing to fucking anvil. Why are anvils so unbelievably resistant? We may never know, but there's the results. And that's about it. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I appreciate you coming along to watch. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.